welcome you guys back to my channel, Nene. So today I'm making a video for you guys because I've realized I haven't made a video or uploaded a video in 3 weeks. First of all, before the video starts, I just want to say sorry about that.
The thing that happened was my laptop's charger broke, and then I bought another charger, and then my laptop, charging mechanism broke, so now my computer's dead, and it doesn't completely want to charge, and, I've been trying, so, basically, the stuff that I have to edit is on my laptop, and I can't get to it, and I don't know if I'm going to continue trying, or I'm going to just remake the video. It depends. If this comes after a video, that means I succeeded in either remaking the video or getting the video back, or if it doesn't come out, I don't know if it's ever gonna come out, or I'm just gonna have to remake it, which is kind of annoying, but might have to happen.
So anyway, let's get back to the video. Today I'm making a book haul for you guys. It is all the books that I've accumulated for these last few months. I'm not completely sure. Many of them are from secondhand bookstores, or my library has this secondhand book sale thing where you can buy books for a really good price, and there's been a Christmas market going on, so I've been getting books for really good prices. All of these are secondhand books, but there's one in particular that I am so excited about, and I made the book haul just mainly to show you guys this book. But anyway, let's just get into the video. So the first book that I'm going to show you guys is the book that I'm most excited about. I am going to be a friendly person and tell you guys the book at the beginning. I feel bad for the rest of my books because I'm the most excited for this one. But it is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Okay, so can you see this? It's a hardcover, and yes, I got it. It's John Green's new book, and I'm the most excited about it. I have only read 2 books of his, which is so weird, but it's just because I can't get my hands on the rest. But I read The Fault in Our Stars and Paper Towns, and I loved both of them. The Fault in Our Stars is one of my favorite books, so I was so excited when I heard about this book, and then when I found out it was in my town, I was more excited. So then I got it, and I'm so happy about it. It's a hardcover, which I am loving, and the cover is just the best. So this book follows a character called Aza, and I think she has OCD, which will be really interesting to read about. I think also she has anxiety, but I'm not completely sure. I've heard good things about it already, and I'm so excited to read it. I can't wait to read it. So let's get into the secondhand books. So the first book is 1984 by George Orwell. And this is, I think, a futuristic world, which is so weird because it's 1984. But I've been getting into futuristic worlds and dystopians and stuff. So I really want to read this. I'm in that mood right now. I was so happy when I got it, and I'm still excited to read it. Then I Want to Laugh, I Want to Cry. It's Poems on Women's Feelings by Susan Paulus Schutz. Whoa. So, I love poems, but this book I didn't buy because of the poems. Because can you see this cover? And if you look through the book, if you look through the book, you'll see there's other different pictures. Look at this. It's it looks so cool. Oh, I'm so excited because I love black and gray and white, and this is just the best book for me. I'm gonna fall in love with all these pictures, I think, and I'm gonna love the pictures more than the poems, but I don't care. And it's also gonna be interesting to just read about poems about women because I'm a woman and a female, so I think I will relate to most of these poems. Then I've got Unbefitting a Lady by Bronwyn Scott. So I don't really know a lot about this book, but it says at the back, for fans of Downton Abbey, and I am a huge fan of Downton Abbey. It's one of my favorite series, so I'm looking forward to it. I love historical fiction, and I think this will be a good book. Nora Roberts by Tanning. That made sense. Then I've got Taming Natasha by Nora Roberts. I have seen the name Nora Roberts on so many books, and I've never picked up her books yet, but I read the synopsis of this and I got interested in it. It follows the single father who meets a woman, and yeah, stuff happens. I think he tries to figure out more about her, and I think a relationship happens, and I'm really excited to read some of Nora Roberts' work. The next one is Macbeth by Shakespeare. yeah, the cover really caught my eye. That's like mainly why I bought it, and it's because it's Shakespeare and I want to also read more of his work. So yeah. And with the line of Shakespeare, I bought Hamlet by Shakespeare, and it's the most tiniest thing in the world, but it's so cute and like so simple, and I just loved it because it was like this tiny red book, and I have like 3 other tiny red books for like no odd reason, but like it's these secondhand books that's just like red and tiny, and I was like, this will be perfect to add to my collection of really tiny red books. Yes, alliteration right there. Look, I wasn't lying about my miniature red book collection. It's like right over there at the back of my shelf, but it's there, and just ignore the mess around here because it's so messy, because I haven't packed it right yet. Then for a really good price, I got Emma by Jane Austen. You might see that I already have Emma by Jane Austen. I got it for my birthday by my best friend, and I haven't read it yet, but I'm planning to read it this December. But I saw it for a really good price again, and I was like, obviously I'm gonna buy it. So I bought it, a second copy of Emma, even though I haven't read it yet, but I'm sure I'm gonna love it because Jane Austen and Jane Austen. Then I have 2 like literature books teaching you to write and stuff, and like the theory on literature. So the first one is The Story of English Literature, a Critical Survey by Anne Tribble. And the second one is The Theory of Literature by Renee Wellock and Austin Warren. So I saw these 2 books and I like freaked out because I've been looking for literature books to like learn to write and, you know, just like learn more about English and literature. And I was so excited about these things because I want to get into writing more. I finished Camp NaNoWriMo. I wrote 50,000 words this year so far, and I'm planning to finish the book this December. So hopefully this will help me just like improve my literature and English. Then I have like 3 poetry books. I have so many poetry books. I'm not even kidding. I have like a million, and I don't read that much, but I love poetry. So sometimes I get into that mood of reading it, and then I read like a lot of poems. But anyway, the first one is The Metaphysical Poet by Helen Gardner. And yes, this cover actually like got my eye, and I was like so excited for this cover. And when I found out it was poetry, I was like, yes, I'm going to buy it, because I mean, look at this cover. I love it. I love the pattern. It's so cool. And then I've got W.B. Yeats' Selected Poetry and Poetry Spectrum by Horton Horsley Eaton Morapalli. That was a mouthful. I also got another Shakespeare book, King Lear. I don't know what it's about, but it's Shakespeare, so I bought it. And then I'm also super excited for this. It is Charlotte Bronte by Rebecca Fraser. So this is like a biography of Charlotte Bronte, and I love Charlotte Bronte's work. I've only read Jane Eyre. I think. I'm really excited to read about her. Like, I really love learning more about people, and I'll see whenever I get into like biographies and stuff like that, I will definitely pick this up. So the next book is Spies Learning to Fly, which is set in South Africa, and the author is South African. And if you guys didn't know, I am South African. Yes, I'm from South Africa. So I've watched the movies and I haven't read the books yet because I bought the second one, which is Spud and the Madness Continues, and I couldn't find the first one, but now I found the third one. So that helps me with nothing, but now I have the third one. I just need to get the first one, and then I can read all 3, except there's a 4th one as well, which I will keep my eye out for so that I can buy the 4th one and have the whole series. But I first need to get the first one so I can start reading it.
Since the angle changed, it's because the battery died and I quickly had to run and charge it for like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna talk really fast now.
Then I got The Thrall's Tale by Judith Lindberg. I'm not completely sure what it's about, but I really want to see what it's about. It's like set in like long time ago times, so I think it will be interesting to see what this is about and how it plays out. Then I've got a really pretty book called The Words of Christ, an illuminated volume, and I don't think this camera will give you any justice. It is literally like green and like patterns and stuff. And get this, you open the book Okay, this is also the prettiest, but look at this quickly. Will I be able to do this? Look at this. Look at it. Look at this beauty. I'm so excited for it. Like, I love the illustrations and just like the pictures in there. It looks so naturey and beautiful, like so elegant. And it's like it has verses in which I really want to read while like looking at these pictures. Because if you guys don't know, I'm a Christian and I'm super excited to read the Bible, or like parts of the Bible, with this really beautiful book. And the last book is The Paris Vendetta by Steve Berry. I'm not completely sure what this is about. I think it's like investigative story. I think like the main character's best friend is getting into trouble, and yeah, then he gets wrapped up into the story where he has to like go through mystery and adventure, and it seems interesting and also kind of out of my comfort zone, but I want to try new genres, so yeah. Okay, so those are all the books that I accumulated in these few months. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and comment down below if you've read any of these books. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I try making videos every week, but in Christmas, I'm planning to make like 3 a week. Another video will come out explaining what I'm planning to do this December, so please stay tuned to my channel to see what I'm gonna do this December, and also the books that I'm reading and what I'm gonna do, and just for more of my content. Okay, so see you guys next time. Blob!